Alright everybody, we got Kyle. He's the one who pushed the K in the B&K Sports Lounge. I know some of you guys have been asking about him. Well, here he is. Kyle, go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Kyle Sullivan. I just like talking sports, and that's what we're here to do. I'm not here to be your friend, Blake. I'm here to talk sports and give the news out, so let's do it.
Alright. We're going to go ahead and get the pick started at last week's sheet. Alright, let's go ahead and get it started. First game, we got Washington at Carolina. Who do you got, Kyle?
I've got Washington here on this, Blake, because Cam Newton can make mistakes, and I think that the Redskins defense is going to make him pay real hard for it. Now, I know they're starting Beck, but I'm still going with Washington here. I'm going with my gut.
I'm going Carolina. Carolina's got a top 5 ranked offense. I know Washington defense has been pretty good this year, but starting Beck is not the right move. That team only had 2 losses going into, or they only have 2 losses going into this week. Why they're making a quarterback change is absolutely astounding to me, Mike Shanahan. You should not be starting Beck when you're winning games with Grossman. Even if he had a bad game, look at the elite quarterbacks. You got Rodgers, Manning, when he's in, Brady, Rivers. When those guys throw 4 interceptions, which they've had in one game, do you see them getting benched? No. You don't do that to an elite quarterback. I like Carolina.
Rex Grossman is not an elite quarterback, though, Blake.
I know he's not an elite quarterback, but he's a he's a guy that team is trying to build a team around. That was a bad call on Mike Shanahan's fault, on his part, in my opinion. I do not see Washington beating Carolina this week. Beck's being thrown into the game, probably has little team experience with the team or whatever. I can't get what I'm trying to say across, but I just like Carolina this one. I think Cam Newton's going to have a big game. They're always losing barely. They're going to put it together, and you know, what better way to do it than at home against a struggling Washington team?
Alright. Next game. I got nothing to say about that. I just got to go with my Washington there. But alright.
Seattle at Cleveland.
I'm going with Seattle. This is just a couple bad teams playing, but I got to go with Seattle because they showed shine a few weeks ago beating the Giants, and Cleveland's just a mess.
I agree. Atlanta at Detroit. I'm going to go Detroit on this one. I know they lost, an emotional loss last week against the 49ers. But, listen, Atlanta, are they a good team? Yes. Are they one of the top teams? No. To me, Atlanta is one of those teams who will be a one-and-done playoff team. They're a solid team, but I do think Detroit's one of the elite teams this year, and Atlanta's just not on that level.
I got Detroit in this one too, and you took the words out of my mouth. Atlanta's a good team, but I don't see him. I don't see him on Detroit's level. So Detroit.
Denver at Miami.
Another couple bad teams playing here. You got the Dolphins here that have yet to win a game, and you've got Denver trading away their #1 wide receiver, and now Tebow has no one to throw to. But let me just bring up a little quick thing here. I know we're not doing it this week, but start Willis McGahee because I know they're going to run the ball with Tebow in there.
So are you picking Denver?
I'm picking Denver, yeah.
I agree. Miami might be the worst team in the NFL. So, yeah, Denver. San Diego at New York Jets. I've got the Jets. I like the Jets, and I've said that throughout a couple of videos. They just had a rough schedule. It's going to be a low-scoring affair here. I know we got Phillip Rivers, but, you know, the Jets defense, even though they've given up a ton of points this year, I don't care. Rex Ryan's coaching the team. As long as Rex Ryan's coaching the team, they will continuously be a playoff-caliber football team. Jets.
I got the Jets in this one too, and Blake, I want to know why San Diego has not won 5 Super Bowls yet with the amount of talent that they have on that team. There's just something about them. They just can't put it together against elite-style teams.
I'll give you 2 words. Norv Turner.
Norv Turner could be a problem there. and maybe trading away running back after running back after running back could be another one. So I don't know. I always, the Chargers are just a hard team to go, to pick against. But when they're playing elite style team, I'm always going with the other team. So I got Jets.
Okay. Chicago at Tampa Bay. I like Chicago. Look, I looked at that Chicago's team last year, and there's a point in that season where they lost a few in a row. They gave up 9 sacks against the Giants team. I believe it was either on a Sunday or Monday night game last year. And this year, Cutler has just been thrown around. It's barely getting time to throw the ball. But last week was almost a turning point for that team. I know they won against a weak Minnesota Vikings team, but Cutler, his line was amazing. And I'm not a Cutler fan, but if you give the man time to throw the ball, he's going to make things happen. They won last week. Tampa Bay came off a big win against New Orleans, but I think they might still be a little hungover from that game. So I'm going to go Chicago.
I think the big thing here is, are we going to see the Chicago team that we saw last week, or are we going to see the Tampa Bay team that we saw last week, or are we going to see the Chicago team we saw a few weeks ago, or are we going to see the Tampa Bay team we saw a few weeks ago when they get blown out? What was it, 45-3?
Something like that.
It was bad. They got just spanked. All right, so I'm going with Chicago, but this could really, really, really go either way.
Yeah, it could.
It's whatever team shows up. The Chicago's got a good D, and Tampa Bay's got the offensive abilities to keep up with anyone in the league. But what team are we going to see? But I'm going with Chicago here. I think Cutler has a good game.
Houston at Tennessee.
I'm going with Houston on this one. I like Schwab. This is his year to shine. This is really his year to shine. He's got, in that division, there's no more Peyton. Peyton's not there this year. So, and it's like, Schwab, come on. This is your year to shine. Let's get it going,
Houston Texans. If you're watching me right now, you have to win this division this year. Period.
They can.
You have to win that division this year. If you're going against the Titans, they're in your division, you have to win the game. Therefore, I pick you guys.
Yep, there you go.
Pittsburgh at Arizona. Lopsided. I'm going Pittsburgh. No explanation. Who you going for?
I got Pittsburgh, but I don't think it's as easy as you say, because you've got the number 1 D in the league, but Polamalu had a concussion last week. Does he play? I don't know. It's questionable. Who knows? Harrison broke his face. Does he play? I don't know. It's questionable. So, but I think either way, I think Pittsburgh wins, regardless if those two characters play or not. But I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
We'll agree to disagree on that.
All right.
Kansas City at Oakland. Our hometown team. I've got Kansas City. They came off a bye week. Oakland. Rumor is, this was Adam Schefter reported